Welcome back to the Fury Amateur Series 60 live stream on clearlifecombat.com. We have your co-main and main events coming up. Please welcome to the blue corner, Jorge Regalado.
All right, we got Jorge Regalado coming out. Got a 4-ounce fight club. The 4-ounce fight club been around a very long time. Headed by Daniel Pineda, veteran of the UFC, veteran of Houston, veteran of Fury. Jorge Regalado, 5 rounds, looking to get that Fury gold. Dynamic striker coming in, representing a really good gym. See what he can do in here. There's a very tough opponent in front of him. Personal teammate of mine, Gonzalez. Talk about him more in a little while. But Regalado, very good striker, dynamic. When I say that, I mean he can really put the combos together well. His up to down work, his body shots, his head work, even putting his kicks together. It's just all very well timed and placed. It'll be really fun to watch him get it going in this 5-round fight, championship fight. All right, getting the final touches from the grease man. Checked over by the ref. All right, final touches. And then he'll be making his way into that cage. And we'll meet his opponent. Gonzalez about to make the walk.
Please welcome to the red corner, Gonzalez.
All right, we got Gonzalez coming out of my own GB The Woodlands and Team Took. Fought for several titles in his career. Really exciting fighter. Amazing jiu-jitsu, great striking. Cannot wait to watch him do his thing. We have Amanda with a couple of quick tips about these fighters. Let's go to her.
Cage looking to dethrone the current champ, Gonzalez. Both these guys have shown to be a monster on the mat, where Jorge has never seen a third round in his career, and all of his wins have came from a submission. Whereas if his wins didn't come from a decision, they came from a submission as well before the third round. Unfortunately, is unable to win the belt tonight because he did miss weight and has to relinquish that title. But we're expecting nothing less than an exciting fight either way, though.
All right, let's say our tale of the tape. Regalado, 23 years old. Gonzalez, 19. 5'11 for Regalado, 5'7 for Gonzalez. 124-pound weigh-in for Regalado, 127.2 for Gonzalez, a slight miss. 71-inch reach for Regalado, 68 for Gonzalez. Really exciting.
The following contest, brought to you by Fighters Inc., is scheduled for 5 rounds. It is for the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Championship. Introducing your challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. This 4-ounce fighter stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at 124 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Heroica Matamoros, Mexico. His amateur record stands at 4 victories, only 1 defeat. Here is Jorge Chocheman Regalado. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This Gracie Baja mixed martial artist stands 5 feet, 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 127.2 pounds. Fighting out of Valle de Santiago, Guanajuato, Mexico. His amateur record stands at 5 victories, 3 defeats. Here is Gonzalez. And now your referee, Jeff Rexroad, with your final championship instructions.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules, so I expect a clean fight from both of you. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves if you want. Back to your corner.
All right, here we go. First of 5. Regalado opening up with a quick little kick. Get the gauge distance down. Alon, a lot of experience, very young fighter with a lot of experience in the way of actual competition and fighting, not just training in the room, but fighting actively as a young man. We got Jorge Regalado coming out of a really good gym and representing that gym as best as possible in this championship fight. And both guys really trying to get that distance down. Oh, a little bit of a low blow from a clash. Unintentional from Regalado. Alon, take a couple of seconds to shake that off. All right, now they're back at it. Quick break for Alon. Again, Regalado throwing that kick, kind of starting out the combo. Along with an attempted head kick blocked by Regalado. Alon doing well, keeping the ring control, trying to stay in the center. Good leg kick. And 5-round fight. Both boys are going to show some good patience in this first round. Just gauging, trying to get reactions down. To start too early in a 5-round fight would be a mistake, even at this lower weight class. Little click on the kick from the shins. You can hear him landing. Entry in. Couldn't quite get it going. A little clash from the inside. Alon trying to get Regalado to the cage. Regalado very comfortable in throwing the kicks. Would like to see a little bit of a setup that can get you in trouble. You throw those kicks with no setup, you can end up walking yourself right into a punch. A little good kick on the exit for Alon. Almost caught a punch on the way out. Had a good guard. And again, taking the ring control is Gonzalez. Oh, it was a good little counter punch. Beautiful work. Now Alon's starting to take a little bit more of the fire of the pace of the fight. Got the center of the ring, hitting the offensive strikes, but also doing well countering. Oh, and there's another step through on the 2. Very good work. He's coming right over the top of Regalado's guard when he enters in off of the jab, and it's landing real well for him. Regalado coming back with some kicks, trying to take that center of the ring back. Oh, beautiful. Low calf kick by Alon that brings Regalado down into Alon and then causes Alon to go into the guard. And now he's in on a triangle. 10 seconds left. Maybe not quite able to finish it, but he's got a good bite looking to finish the fight. Add some punches in. Beautiful work. Very good work for Alon Gonzalez. Regalado reacting well off of that calf kick, coming forward and then driving in, just falling into the guard of Alon Gonzalez, who's very savvy off his back. Really entertaining round on that first one. It is going to look like it'll be Alon that does take that first round based off of the offense with the attacks, meaning that he was a little more crisp on the landing of the striking with the ring control. And then the drop with the calf kick into the triangle kind of sealed the deal on the first round. See Daniel Pineda, Frank over in the corner. Regalado. See Alex Morano and Matt Wald in the corner of Alon Gonzalez. All right, round 2 underway. All right. Both guys still looking very fresh going into this second round. Regalado moving at a very fast pace, trying to take over. He's still working off of his back leg with his back towards the cage. Like to see him try to take the center. Alon being a little more patient starting out this round. Alon on the striking, really doing well on the counter striking, as he's not only using it to block and counter shots from Regalado, but he's doing a good job of taking the ring control after the counter punching. See a little jump knee there, try to land as Regalado comes forward on Alon. Ooh, good little flurry of punches right there for Alon Gonzalez. Regalado working well through it, covers, only gets hit by a few punches. Trying to use his length. That was a good check hook from Regalado. Alon, good solid 1-1-2. And both guys still very much in the fight. Pace is looking good, and body movement's looking good. Good calf kick again for Gonzalez. Regalado tries to follow up with his own, but is checked by Gonzalez. Another check from Gonzalez. Oh, a slip from Regalado, giving Alon Gonzalez the back. Again, a very high-level grappler is Alon. Not at his striking, very much so the main part of his attacks, but he has very good jiu-jitsu. In on the body triangle and on the back. We got a whole minute to work for Alon Gonzalez. In on this rear naked choke, trying to cinch in the hand, trying to get his gate arm in. Needs to get his gate arm in by sliding his hand over his glove rather than trying to figure four clamp. That generally is not going to be the play at the higher level of jiu-jitsu. We got just over 30 seconds. Alon Gonzalez on the back, attempting to finish a rear naked choke. Can't quite stay under the chin, so he's adding in some peppered shots just to break him down. Doing really good on staying on the back. This body triangle is really difficult to get out of. What Regalado needs to do is push himself over to the side that the body lock is locked on that body triangle, and then push on the foot to try to get him to switch the body lock side. And that will be the spark of his escape. Beautiful work for Alon Gonzalez on that second round. Easily a Gonzalez round on that number 2. All right, championship rounds now underway, 3, 4, and 5. Again, Alon in on that calf kick starting out the round. And another one. Another good check from Gonzalez. You know, Regalado's still very much in the fight. He's doing a lot of really good work and just kind of getting edged out by Gonzalez. A little tie up, able to avoid the takedown and put some peppered shots in to get his leg back down. Regalado taking the center now. Regalado starting to get his striking going a little bit better now. Oh, in on a double leg. Good level change. Started to get the striking onslaught going and then started to backpedal. And as Alon entered in, he level changed out and was able to hit a double leg really well timed. He's in Alon's guard now. And really the first dominant offensive moment for Regalado. Needs to keep this momentum going and then have this for the next 2 rounds until he can find the finish in that time frame. Still trying to pepper some shots in. Alon is keeping him in the closed guard, looking to get some wrist control and try to tie his arms up and look for some kind of an attack off of his back. Looking for an arm bar. And then there's that triangle again. Doesn't quite get it, misses that triangle opportunity, but that's what he was looking for, was that separation, shot his legs through and tried to find that triangle. You know, again, Alon Gonzalez very savvy off of his back. At the moment, this Jorge Regalado is doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on. He's keeping Alon on his back. He's avoiding the triangles. Alon's starting to strike off of his back to try to set up opportunities for an escape. Got 18 seconds left in the round. Little armbar attempt from Alon off of his back. Was able to get a reversal sweep from the armbar attempt. Tried to commit to the armbar, couldn't quite get it, and decided to finish out with some ground and pound. Can that give him that round after getting taken down? He didn't really take a lot of damage. So there's a possibility that could have swung in his direction. I'm going to go ahead and say that that 3rd round went towards Regalado with the takedown and the top pressure. So 2-1 going into 4. All right, round number 4, here we go. So Regalado had the good takedown in the 3rd round. So does he go back to the well? I had the top position, I was winning the round. Do I go back in on a double leg and try to take top position again? Or was the submission defense of Alon too hard to deal with? And is he too worried about it? I mean, both of them in a good striking flurry in the beginning of this 4th round. We've already seen both of them have some good moments on a little flurry. Ooh, Alon able to take the forward momentum again with a little collar tie uppercut. Now he's in on the back again. And in the body lock. Regalado did a good job of spinning through and getting himself turned back into Alon to avoid the body lock. In on a double leg scoop. See a little for Alon trying to get a couple of strikes going so he can feed an underhook through, it looks like. Regalado doing a good job of applying that pressure. Oh, and then Alon with a beautiful sweep to get off of his back. Really solid jiu-jitsu shown. Ooh, and a beautiful head kick from Alon as well. Man, just putting the striking, the jiu-jitsu, the clinch work really on display here. It's a beautiful championship fight. Alon starting to look real comfortable in his striking onslaught. Another calf kick from Alon. And a good one, too. He's doing really well on his poised striking. keeping his eyes open. Another leg kick, really doing well. Oh, Regalado with a good cross on Alon. Take a little bit of the forward momentum back, but Alon's back in on it. Alon in on the striking, back in on the flurry on the cage. Regalado needs to figure out something to do to take this round over. Oh, Alon saying something. And then now he's looking for his striking again. Alon getting right underneath the combo of Regalado, keeping his back on the cage. Regalado's trying to get something going, though. He's throwing some good punches, hitting some good hooks. Hit a good knee earlier. Really trying his hardest to take over this fourth round. 15 seconds left in the round. Regalado doing a good job trying to come back, but Alon keeping that cage control and ring control, and then having the better of the striking exchanges. Really good work from both those boys. A solid round. Screaming in their face, fifth round, championship round. And put it all, leave it all in the cage right now. All right. Alon's had the crisper striking in these four going into the fifth rounds. Regalado doing well, trying to counter strike. Opening up the round well. Alon's doing a good job keeping his hands up and looking for his shots. Regalado's starting to take over, though, getting that forward momentum again. Alon back in on the boxing, really using the boxing to take over. Looking very poised. Really looks amazing. Oh, Regalado with a good, solid, stiff switch stance cross. Those guys trying to find a way in on a combo. Alon back in on the center of the ring. Regalado doing a good job of just trying to edge out Alon with these punches. He's doing good, just keeping something coming forward. Big hooks. You know, Alon's starting to slowly, not really show fatigue, but more so he's showing so much good patience that it's giving a little bit of extra time for Regalado to start getting his onslaught on. Regalado with a good combo into a head kick. Coming forward on Alon. Gonzalez needs to get back on his striking onslaught if he wants to continue to lead this fight. Regalado doing a really good job of trying to take this fifth round over. Oh, good cross for Alon. Really good with this lead jab for Alon. Straight punch for Alon. Again, Regalado doing well with these hooks. Nice. Alon getting back in on the combo. A little flick head kick to try to finish it. 40 seconds left in the fight. This is where it's all put on the line. We'll see who can put it together. Alon still looking very comfortable in his striking, putting the numbers up as much as he can. 20 seconds left in this fight. Regalado really trying to put the numbers down, really putting a lot of striking numbers on the line. It's kind of hard to score this fight now with Jorge Regalado putting so many punches down the line. Doing well, trying to take this fight over. Oh, Alon with more forward momentum, though. That was a beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. 5-round fight. Going to the scorecards. Beautiful championship fight, guys. This was very entertaining to watch. Alon Gonzalez, Jorge Regalado. Beautiful work from both fighters. We'll go ahead and go to the judges to score up these scorecards. They'll hand it off to Wayne, and he'll give us that official decision. Really amazing fight. I mean, it had every single aspect of fighting you want. Solid striking, solid cage work, takedowns, groundwork, submission attempts, escapes, ground and pound. I mean, this was literally the best version of an MMA fight you can hope for. All right, handing off the decision to Wayne. 5-round fight, lots of numbers to look through. Make sure we get everything ready to go. Really something to say about these guys being amateur fighters, have not gone pro yet, but so gifted, representing both their gyms so very well. This really is the new guard of MMA right in front of us. These young guys ready to go pro, ready to start getting paid for fighting, make their attempt for the UFC. Making our final decision on these judges' scorecards, getting them all collected up, handing them off. All right, we have the official decision. Wayne is making his way to the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision, brought to you by Fighters, Inc. With scores of 49-46, 48-47, and 48-47, your winner by unanimous decision, Alon Gonzalez. He wins the fight. However, he relinquishes the championship because he missed the official weight.